So it reminds me of a story. There was a there was a king coming back after a huge battle, and this king is the ruler of the world, having huge army, hundreds of thousands in the army. They are resting on the river banks. People are taking bath, and as the king is looking at his army, he finds that there is a sage enjoying himself next to those troops. The king went, he was sitting on his horse, and he went to that sage and he was like, "Oh, you look like a fun guy. You are so happy. And today I'm in a good mood because we won this battle. And you can ask me whatever you want. I will give it to you." Because the king was in good mood, he promised, "Whatever you want, I can give you." The sage was carrying a bowl. The sage looked at the king and he understood that he's full of ego and he thinks that he's the owner of the world and he has conquered the whole world. He says, "I don't need anything, dear king. Still, if you want to give me something, just fill this bowl." The king smiled and he said, "See, you have such a small desire, and that's why you live as a poor person, because you don't even want anything, or you think very small. You could have asked so much, but you just asked to fill this. Don't worry, I will fill your bowl with gold so you can live happily, because we have got a lot of loot that we have with us, which is our profession, by the way." So they fill the, it is said, he fills the bowl with the gold coins and then he says, "Are you happy?" And the sage says, "But this bowl is empty. You said, you promised you will fill it." The king thought, "I just put all the gold coins. Where are the gold coins? They are not there." Then he thinks it might be a trick. So let's bring more gold coins. Again, it is filled. It is said that he tried to fill that bowl with all his treasure, all his loot. But as soon as he put it inside it, it disappears. And the king became very curious. He was like, "This is crazy. You have to tell me what is your magic, why, how you are doing it." And the sage replies that there is no magic in this. It's just that you did not notice this is not a bowl. This is skull of a human. This is skull of a human. You keep on putting all the materialistic things in this, they will all disappear. And they are disappearing since your childhood. You thought this bowl will be full when I will get that particular car. The bowl will be full. You got the car and bowl was empty. As soon as the car was inside the bowl, it disappeared. Then you thought, if I get all the clothes, candies, and these things, phone maybe, the bowl will be filled, but everything got disappeared. Then you thought maybe the relationship, maybe a woman or a man will fill this bowl. You got a man or a woman in your life, those also disappeared. Then you thought maybe children, maybe a child. It's so unfortunate in the world. If you see people who are not married, they want to get married, and people who are married, they want to get unmarried. People who have kids, they are jealous of other people who may not have kids. We did it too soon, too many responsibilities. And people who don't have kids, they always think we should have got kids. But whatever you put in this bowl, it disappears. Bowl remains empty. So this is what is the nature of Trishna. It never fulfills. In this world, whatever you achieve, whatever you put in that bowl, it will all disappear. So what can fill this bowl? That's an important question. The king failed, of course, because he did not have anything to offer that can fill that bowl. It doesn't matter how much you try. No house, no marriage, no kids. Unfortunately, the problem is you will only realize when you have that. That's unfortunate for human beings. A man realizes money is not going to make me fulfilled when he gets the money, then only. Unless he or she has the money, they cannot feel full, that money is not enough. Relationship is not enough is only realized when you are in a relationship. Children are not enough is realized when you have children. That's why when somebody asks Shiva about Bhog, he says, let them consume everything. Let a man consume everything. Because when the man consumes everything, then the man realizes it is not what he or she is looking for. That's why a king can become Buddha, a king can become Krishna, a king can become Ram. It is easier because you have seen that. It is easier for a king to become Buddha, Ram, Krishna, etc. And mind you, those who are like Kabir, homeless, and who realize, like Dattatreya, who are homeless, they have been kings and queens for many lifetimes. Otherwise, this level of detachment won't come, where you can just write off all your materialistic belongings at your own wish. Something that you worked your entire life so hard and you just abandon it one day. That only happens when you have tried everything and it did not work. When the consciousness, so now what is the solution? How to fill this? How to fill this bowl? And the answer is you can only fill this bowl with awareness. That's the only way. The thing that you have to put in that bowl is awareness. As soon as you put awareness, you realize it is already full. It doesn't need anything. The bowl was always full. It's just your attention was somewhere else.